Everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal on a beautiful Thursday morning. Yay, Thursday. It's already 16 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 60 already in American. That's gonna be warm. At a stage where it's been a very short 2 weeks. I just had 3 days of work this week out of 5 because Monday was a public holiday here. And so it's going to be I'm still struggling to get out from under all the work that piled up while I was away for 2 weeks, a week in Vegas and then a week of bronchitis. So, but I'm beginning to see my desk on a more regular basis, if any of you know what I mean by that. And that's a good feeling. It means that I'm sort of getting it under control. There were moments there where I didn't think I was going to. And it's funny, isn't it, how you sort of, well, I don't know whether you do, but I do, beat up on myself for not being able to fix it all in a day. Well, hello. It took 2 weeks to get that much stuff on your desk. What makes you think you can clean it up in a day? I mean, really, how unrealistic is that? And so what I have to remind myself time and time again is bit by bit. Just do it bit by bit. And I don't know about the rest of you, but the way that works best for me is that I divide it into certain jobs and spend so much time a day on doing that job and get a routine about that. And then if I've got any time left at the end of the day, I go back to the beginning again and do a bit more of the first thing, or whatever is the biggest thing that is struggling to get done. And that really is amazing how that slowly works as you move forward. You just have to be really patient with it. So I'm really hoping that it will continue to work that way. I'm really looking forward to this weekend. It's hopefully going to be a fun one. When I say a fun one with not too much on the schedule. I feel a little overwhelmed this week for various reasons. So it's good to be able to just sit and relax for a day and not have to worry too much about everything. It's certainly a beautiful day today, and I believe that there's some rain coming for tomorrow and for Saturday. And of course, by the time I go back to work on Monday, it'll be a beautiful day again, but never mind. I'll take whatever we have. The good news is when it rains, I don't have to water the garden. So, you know, there's always an upside if you want to look at it that way. It's been difficult to sort of juggle all the balls and keep them in the air. And I guess some weeks are just more like that than others. And I wonder how it's going for you guys. I really enjoyed, by the way, some of the feedback that I got about the friendship. And of course, the interesting thing was, you know, to get people saying, well, of course I call my family. Yeah, right. Some people have that luxury. You know, in the case of breaking down at 1:30 in the morning. And, you know, it wasn't until I read that I thought, oh yeah, people have that, right? I know that sounds insane, but, you know, when you sort of lived without family around you, you know, all your life, or just about all of your life, then you know, that isn't your first call. In another country, or do they even care? And so it really did make me chuckle when I realized, you know, that never crossed my mind. That's really quite amusing. But yes, of course, for so many of you, your first call would be to a family member who hopefully would be delighted to come and assist you. And then there was the person who said no, they would actually phone for the tow truck before they ever phoned anybody. And that was an interesting independent thought as well. And I must admit that's one of the reasons why I carry a tow truck insurance, if you like. I think it's AAA in the States, and it's BCAA here, and I've been a member of that forever. And the sort of policy that I have with them, basically they'll tow me 120 kilometers and a number of times a year if they have to. Like, I think it's up to 3 times a year. So yeah, I pay for that, so I'm happy to use it. But it's been fun reading different reactions to people, from people rather, about what they would do. And I thought it was really nice that, you know, I challenged people to go out and do something different, just to try and make new friends or re-establish friendships. And at least one person has taken up that challenge, and way good for you. Even if they haven't physically done it yet, they're thinking about it, which is the first step. And I wondered if anybody else had got anything to report back on that score. How many of you have gone out of your way to rekindle a friendship, or to you know, physically see somebody or meet new people? And I think it's like a lot of things, you know, if you don't interact with people, you can guarantee that you're not going to have as much stress. I understand that, which is what most agoraphobics understand, which is I don't want to go out in the real world because that's stressful out there. You know, people, and not all people are safe out there, or whatever it is that goes through their mind. But you know, it's a very valid point. But what I found out from my experience, if I cut myself off from humanity, I might feel safer, but I'm not. Because I'm not dealing in reality. What I'm dealing in is like a closed environment, literally. And that's not dealing with people. It's one of the reasons I really appreciate going to work every day. And the cutest thing happened to me yesterday. I've been a bit quiet on the ground the last couple of days at work, due to some overwhelm that I'm going through. But it's really so cute. Yesterday, one of my colleagues suddenly walked in to me and said, "You've been really quiet this week. Are you okay?" And just the way they said it was with a lot of care. And I said, "Not 100% no. I'm okay, but not doing great." And the next comment was, "Could you do it with a hug?" And I went, "Yes, actually I could." And I got up and she gave me a hug, and I thought that was so cute, I nearly cried. And then within another 5 minutes, somebody else walked in and basically said the same thing. So you go, gosh, how kind is that? And then somebody else, and I can't remember what created the comment, but it was just amazing. And I said something about, "You've been so kind, thank you so much." And they said, "Oh, what do you mean? You're always so kind to everybody else." And, you know, I just was very touched by that, because, you know, I don't often need those emotional strokes, but I must admit that this week I was very grateful. So, very happy to receive them. Alright everybody, so I hope you, as I said, you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you're going to have an even better weekend. Mine, of course, starts tonight, because I don't work Fridays. And somewhere in between the rain, I'm going to weed some more of my garden, I think. It's a good thing about when it rains, it softens up the weeds, they're easier to pull out. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that life shines brightly on you, as the sun is shining brightly on me now. It's up already to 17 degrees, which is amazing. It's up to 62 already, and it's still morning, early morning. Alright everybody, I'm going to just wrap this one up, unless I see something really fascinating. Big hugs to you all. Have a wonderful time and look after one another. This is dear Mama Sal saying bye-bye for now.